Hey guys, it's Ro. Welcome to another Nerdy Nummies. Today I'm going to be making another recipe from Game of Thrones. I'm super excited. One, because it's Game of Thrones, not Game of Thrones, not Game of Thrones. And two, we have never made bread before. I can't believe it. So many years we've never made bread. We are going to be making the Direwolf bread that Hot Pie makes in the story. The first time that you see this bread is when Hot Pie makes it for his friend Arya, and it looks pretty ugly the first go around. Arya jokes that she doesn't know which end is the head and which end is the tail. But he makes it again next season, season 4, and gives a piece to Brienne of Tarth as a gift to show loyalty to the Starks. And it looks way better, you guys. Second go around, Hot Pie's baking skills have definitely improved. So that is the recipe that we are going to be making. Let's get started. The bread recipe that we're going to be using today is an Irish soda bread recipe. I chose it because it's very simple. I thought it'd be a great fit. The things you'll need will be 1 3/4 cup buttermilk, half a stick of ice cold butter, 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 4 cups of all-purpose flour, the zest of half of an orange, 1 egg, 1½ teaspoons of salt, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Now let's put it all together. The first thing that we're gonna do is mix together our dry ingredients in this bowl over here. I'm just gonna be using my hands. I really like this recipe because there's no fancy equipment. Well, I have a zester. So you're gonna add your flour, brown sugar, salt, and baking soda. That's why they call it soda bread, because it uses baking soda. And fun fact, I'm a 4th Irish. Irish soda bread, made by someone who's a 4th Irish. That helps. Oh no, I'm turning into a White Walker. Just kidding. Now we're gonna mix in our butter. I took this right out of the fridge. You want it to be cold. Work it in with your hands. Keep doing this until it's well combined and you don't see any chunks of butter. Now I'm gonna start working on the wet ingredients over here. I'm just gonna take my egg and I'm gonna crack it and just put it right into my buttermilk. Then I'm gonna take a little fork and just mix it together. Now we're gonna zest half of our orange. Usually when I zest an orange, I just go like this. But because I'm gonna be adding it to my buttermilk mixture, I'm gonna be doing it upside down. It will catch the zest on the back. Then we're just gonna scrape all of the orange zest right into the buttermilk. We've got all of our wet ingredients mixed up here, and now we are gonna add them to our dry. Just pour them in, and then once again, we're gonna be using our hands, mixing up the dough. Oh, shoot. It's really sticky at first, but as soon as you can make a ball, we're gonna start kneading it on the counter. Got a little bit of flour, sprinkle it over our work surface so that the dough doesn't stick. Knead the dough for about 2 to 3 minutes until it's nice and soft. I like to push, pull, and turn. Kneading dough gets you nice and strong so you can fight White Walkers and defend the wall. I'd bake some bread for Jon Snow. Call me, Kit. Our dough is ready. It's nice and firm. I'm just gonna place it into the bowl, and you also wanna cover it. So I've got a little plastic wrap and let it sit for about 20 to 30 minutes to relax. Our dough is done resting, and now we're gonna roll it out. I let it sit at room temperature for about 20 to 30 minutes. The first thing that I'm gonna do is cut it in half. This recipe makes 2 Direwolves. It can be whatever ones you want. Could be like Ghost and Nymeria or Shaggy Dog and Summer, whatever. I'm gonna roll the dough out about a 1/2 inch thick into kind of a rectangle shape. And now I'm just gonna take a little sharp cutting knife and cut out the shape of the wolf. I lightly traced into the rolled out dough what the direwolf looks like, and now I'm just going to cut it out. We've got our direwolf cut out, and I had a lot of extra dough, so I think if you took the extra dough from this wolf and the other wolf, you could actually get 3 of these. Now I'm gonna add the design details using a small cutting knife. I'm gonna be cutting the fur, legs, his face, and tail. Then I'm gonna cut lines across his body to look like fur. This is what your little wolf should look like. I really like this bread recipe because it will hold its shape. It doesn't have yeast, so it's really gonna hold this form. I've just placed them onto a baking sheet lined with a piece of parchment paper so that they won't stick. Now we're gonna brush our bread with a little bit of egg wash. Over here, I have 1 egg mixed with a teeny bit of buttermilk, just a little bit. If you put too much egg wash on, it's gonna fill in all of your design detail grooves and you won't be able to see them. This will give it a nice, beautiful golden color while it's baking. I don't know if Hot Pie knows about that. I'll have to come teach him. George, do you need another baking apprentice? Plot twist, I am Hot Pie's sister. Oh, I think he's an orphan. Never mind. Now we are gonna bake our bread at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. Ta-da! bread that we made today. Look at it. Looks just like the bread that Hot Pie made. I love this recipe because it's easy to work with, and it is the first time that we have ever made real bread on Nerdy Nummies. And it was very special that it was Game of Thrones themed. I'll be taking lots of pictures and posting them on Facebook, Tumblr, Instagram, and Twitter. If you guys make this recipe, please take a picture and send it to me. I love seeing your baking creations. It just makes my day. Isn't that right, Wolf? Woof, woof, woof. Also, if you have any other ideas for any other nerdy nummies, please let me know. Leave me a comment down below, and I will do my best to make it happen. All right, thanks again, you guys. Bye-bye. I'm gonna give this one to my dad, and I'm gonna taste one of these ones. I'm sorry, Summer. Just gonna have a little bite. I can taste just the hint of orange. It's so good. It's not too sweet. Oh, I'm sorry, Summer. I think I am gonna eat you.